Welcome to Widowed by 30. We're your hosts, Katey and Taylor. We're here to provide raw truth, guidance, and support to those who may be walking a similar path as ours.
Or even those who have no idea what it's like to lose a spouse. So stick around, grab a glass of wine, and hang out as we dive into all things widowhood.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Taylor's about to head to a poker tournament, so...
Y'all have something in my eye, and it's like making my eyes water.
I'm just giving her a hard time, but no, we're back today, and we are going to talk about doing man shit around our houses. This one is probably I'm not going to say like my least favorite, but you definitely take for granted everything your man does.
Yes.
When he's here. And now you're left like, what the fuck? I should have let him do more. Or not as much, because then I'd be in the habit of having to do it myself. So it's like a double-edged sword, as far as like that scenario goes.
I don't know. I feel like I would never probably have done it by myself anyway.
I don't know. It's hard because, like, for me, a lot of it, I'm such a control freak, and Josh would always try to help, and I'm like, stop, like, because you're not going to do it right, and I'm going to have to go back and do it. And so, like, you're just wasting your time. Just let me do it. Go sit down, relax. And then, like, another big part of that was he worked. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I didn't feel like he should have to do a lot of things. As far as shit outside, like, all day long. Go mow your grass. Do all of that. But as far as the interior goes, like, that's my thing. So what would you say? Sorry, we have to take a little break so Taylor could attend
my
to
eye
her
is really messed up. Like, it hurts all right here. Okay. Just so y'all know, I'm not like a battered woman or something.
Well, I mean, I would hope not. Clayton's not there, so I mean,
exactly.
I don't know.
I'd have some. River beats me up.
So. Well, a battered mom.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your least favorite man shit thing to do around the house?
So truthfully, I don't really have one, because everything that happens in my house, I call either my stepdad, Joel, or I have my brother-in-law, Nick, do it. So the thing and the issue here is that if they're not available, then whatever it is, or my neighbor Justin will help me too a lot. He's great. But I think if I did have to do something, it would probably be like the air filters and my light bulbs, because I have like the LED lights at the top, so they're tall.
Big ones, yeah.
The big ones, yeah. I'm like, I can't do those. Or when I have wasp nests outside everywhere. And I've actually gotten really good. I do that, because I'm like, nope, you are not getting my kids. And so I'm very like mama bear on that.
Yeah.
We have an irrigation system that I don't know how to freaking work. And so I'm constantly out there and I'm like sweating trying to figure out like how to do it. Honestly, like there's just so many like small things that I didn't realize Clayton did because he would do them without even telling me.
Right.
So it's like I didn't even know this was a thing.
You didn't even think about.
Yeah. Right. I didn't have to. The drain. Okay, so this isn't a man thing. This was a Clayton and my thing. Okay, I'm very, very, I have a lot of hair. Okay, but I am very grossed out.
I just did mine yesterday because it wasn't draining anymore.
Okay, so I am so grossed out with wet hair. I cannot do it. Like, can't do it. I'll throw up. And that was like our thing. I was like, and we usually took showers, so that wasn't like too big of a thing for us, like with the tub. But my shower drain collects all my hair. And that was his thing that he would do for me. Like, he's like, babe, get your hair out. And I'm like, I can't, I can't. And so he would do it. He would get all of it. And like, he would mess with me and be like, look. And I'm like, no, don't do that to me. Oh. But like, that honestly is the worst thing in this whole process of like him not being here to be able to do. That was the one thing that I was like, I didn't realize how much I took you for granted. Like, I miss that so much because it's so disgusting.
It is.
Ugh. No,
all the dirty things.
Yeah, like I don't want to touch that. And putting together like shelves and things for the kids, toys, like he could do it in 5 minutes and it would take me 4 hours. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like just little things like that. I don't really have like one specific, but probably the hair.
Yeah.
And that's not a man thing, but that's like that was a Clayton and Taylor household.
Yes, that was something he did.
Yeah.
I know. And like for us, I don't know. And I think a lot of it is because like he traveled so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I did do a lot of things, like air filters, light bulbs, although like we have peak ceilings in this house and knock on wood, after we freaking record this, one of them's going to go out. But, I haven't had any of them go out yet, and thankful for YouTube anytime I'm trying to figure something out because I'm not the type of person that asks for help.
Yeah.
And it drives people crazy. And so I always YouTube it first. Like, so I bought myself a new car for my birthday, but I had a Tahoe before that. And the air conditioner stopped working, of course, in the middle of summer. And I was like, okay, let me YouTube everything that could be wrong with it before I take it and go drop $2,000 for them to tell me what's wrong with it. I'm so proud of myself. I went through and I changed my air filter and my cabin air filter thanks to YouTube.
Really? That's impressive.
Like that, where I'm like, I would have never in a million years done something like that. Like that was just Josh's thing. Like, babe, my air conditioner's not working. Go figure it out.
And they don't even like tell us like what
they just go do it.
Yeah.
And it's not like our dad. Like before I could drive, my dad made sure I knew how to change the freaking oil in my car, that I knew how to, if I had a flat tire, all of those things that if you're in the middle of nowhere and something happens, like you're prepared. Cool. As an adult woman, Josh was like, don't worry, babe, I got it. And I'm like, and now I'm going through all of this. And I'm like, see, like you should have explained to me how you were doing these things. What? Because now I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But like we live on, I think like 3 acres. And so like mowing the grass.
I pay mine weekly.
The grass. Thankfully, there's a few men around here that like kind of fight over who's going to mow my grass for me. So, and it's been so freaking dry that we've had no rain that I think our grass has been mowed maybe like 3 or 4 times this year because it's just not growing and it's dead.
Yeah. Mine's growing now. Because I figured out the irrigation system, so now it's on. And I'm like, damn, now I need to turn it off because now I have to mow my grass every week.
Right. I know. And then like this summer we had some plumbing issues and I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell? So of course, like naturally I post on Facebook plumber recommendations looking for something. And our friends, Jesse and Caleb, came to the rescue. And then the people who used to own this house live down the street from us. So he came over and like they literally dug up my whole yard and fixed the problem for me. And all I had to do was buy the materials and I paid them in beer. Like, it's just like, but if I would have had someone come out here to do it, how much money would I have spent? And would they had even gone the mile to find where the root of the problem was? Right. Like we're on a freaking septic system and it's not just like, I don't know, when you live in the city and it's like the sewage company or whatever that deals with everything. Like there's just so many other moving parts. There's so much shit that comes up that Josh would always handle. And now I'm like, it's not fun. And even like the little things of him vacuuming.
Like Clayton, like he enjoyed cooking, and he like our friends Caleb and Taylor would literally make fun of him all the time because he was always in the kitchen cleaning dishes. Like that's what I miss the most. He did the dishes every day, every single day.
I know. I would say that too because like if I cooked, he cleaned. If he cooked, I cleaned. Like it was kind of a split thing for us.
Spoiled. He cooked and my mom told me yesterday, she called me out and she goes, Taylor, you need to learn how to cook, okay? Because your kids can't grow up on like the air fryer and PB&Js. And I was like, that's all they eat right now.
Hey, okay, don't dog the air fryer because like I cooked some bomb ass salmon last night in the air fryer. So
yeah, but like I was like, I mean, maybe when they're older, like, and they have a better appetite and
taste
then
buds,
I'll learn how to cook. But like, I was so used to Clayton cooking for us every single night that like, I don't have a drive to cook for just me.
Yeah,
like
I know, and I cooked 90% of the time. Usually, Josh would cook like once a week, especially this time of year, like on a Saturday or Sunday with football going on. He would cook one day and I would cook the other.
See, it's really inconvenient that you don't live here. Because if you lived here, we could have family dinners like every night.
Taylor was like, just set some placemats up for us. We'll be there.
On my way.
I know, but it's also something like I struggle with now because like, and I've said it before, like the way to his heart was food. Yeah. And so I really enjoyed cooking, and especially like comfort foods and Cajun food, like those were his favorites. And now it's hard for me to like have the motivation to do all of that because it was something he enjoyed and loved about me so much that now I'm like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. It's little things like that again, we take for granted when they are here and you don't realize it. And, you know, like him vacuuming, he would come home, and not that our house is dirty, but we, at the time, like we had 3 dogs. Now I have 2. All 3 and both 2 of them, they shed like freaking crazy. And so he would come home from work and he would just take the vacuum and pass it around the common areas of the house.
It was like a given, like every day.
Yes. And now I've invested in a Roomba because like I don't have time or the motivation to freaking go through and vacuum every day because I'm not only doing everything I did before, but now I'm having to do the shit he was doing while also dealing with grief and getting in those
and then not like the no motivation. Yeah.
Yes. Like, I mean, yesterday I spent almost all day cleaning my house. And I told myself, it's the first of the month. Like, it's a Sunday. My house is clean. I'm going to stick with a routine this month. That way it stays clean and we just pick up after ourselves every day. But I know the reality of it. There's going to be a day where I get in a funk and I cook and all the dishes just get thrown into the sink.
Yep.
And then the next day, the dishes get thrown into the sink. And then and then it's a pile of dishes. And then there's piles of laundry. Like,
wow, you should see my couch right now. If we weren't posting this online, I'll show you after the episode.
Is it a pile of laundry?
I've done really good on keeping, like, I got it clean. I paid somebody to clean it on Tuesday, and they did a really good job. And I've been very like on picking up everything. Like, but then last night happened, and now it's like, oh, well.
Well, it's like I do good, like doing a load of laundry a day, even if it's just like a few items.
Yeah.
Because every little bit matters. My thing is like I don't put it away after I do it.
That's my thing. Putting it away.
We have a counter in our laundry room. And so it's like I take it out and I fold it or put it on a hanger because we also have like a hanging shelf. So it's almost like my closet is in the laundry room. I might as well just.
And then you're just like going like daily, like, oh, well, I can just wear these today. Okay, cool. I don't even gotta like, yep.
Exactly. I know. But I don't know. Even like I know this episode's like about man shit, but it's about like us doing shit. But, you know, we bought a house last March or April and we moved here in May. But, you know, gorgeous house, love our house, but we have a list of projects, you know, and like things we wanted to do to make it our own. And there's a handful of projects we started before he passed away and that we didn't get to finish because I couldn't pick tile or a light fixture or whatever, that now I think those are the things that it hits me the most. And especially when it's the projects that we started together.
Yeah.
You know, like this summer, I redid our bedroom, but that wasn't a project we started together. We talked about the ideas together, but the actual project itself, I did myself. So it was fine. But there's the things we started that, as independent as I was, and when he was at work, that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get as much done today as I can. That way, like, he doesn't have to do it. But it was always that it didn't matter how long he had spent his day working, he would come home and like, all right, let's do this. What can I help with? Let me help you with this. I'm like, no, I got it. No, I got it. No, I got it. I would never let him. And now I would give anything for that.
To have his 2 hands doing it.
Yes. And his height and his
he was tall.
And, you know, just his man physique. I don't know. Oh, his man physique was so good. But it's like those are the things I think like I miss the most, and I'm slowly kind of doing things to finish those projects because I hate that they're just like lingering and sitting there.
Yeah.
But it's also like when it's done, it's done. You know, and it's hard to know. It just like we talked about in last week's or 2 weeks ago episode of like once you move their stuff and put it away, like it's done. So it's kind of the same thing with the projects. Once it's done, it's done. And so
it's just one less thing that we have of them. Yeah,
it is. And I miss okay, so this is my idea, this is how we're gonna do it. And he was like, well, what if we do it this way? And I'm like, okay, how about you just do the labor and let me make the decisions?
I do the design and you do the labor.
When have I ever steered you wrong? When has any project we've
He's
ever
probably
done,
like XYZ. The last 3, Katie.
I know. It's so funny because what was always our biggest bickering was the amount of holes I would put into a wall to get something hung up.
Clayton he was like, that's why he would do it. He like, here's a leveler, here's this. Do not put more holes in the wall. Because when we sell it, we're going to have to put. I'm like, okay.
I know. And it's so funny because I'd always, you know, there's those trends going around on TikTok that's like girl math and boy math and like all of that. And I saw one yesterday and it was like, girl math is when you use your fingers to figure out the distance of where the nail is. I'm like, okay, this wall's this big. So if I need it half, so then let's see, from there to here, all right, that's where the stud is. And he would get so
This is why we were not allowed to do things.
Oh, it's so funny. And it's like, I think like I have some floating shelves right here. And they're like anchored into the wall. So you can't see anything. But he was like, how many holes do you have to put to get them leveled? I was like, what are you talking about? Like, none. The 2 holes on one side and the 2 on the other. He's like, Katie, I know you're fucking lying.
None.
I was like, nobody's gonna see them. They're secured to the wall. They're hidden. If we move, they're staying. So it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It only matters if you're taking it.
Taking it, right. And I'm like, even if you hang a picture and it's off by a little bit, like the hole is literally pinpoint. What does it matter? Like,
I will say it is really annoying because like with the extra holes, because like when I got the paint or I did the whole house and painted, they had to putty that crap. And then, and it's like an extra like step and like then it's like you can tell it doesn't always like match.
Yeah.
And it's like that is annoying, but if you're gonna put a picture over it, then who cares? Like the picture was there beforehand, so it's gonna be covered.
It's gonna go back, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, in my house, like I haven't put anything up, but
yeah. Well,
I plan on moving now, so I'm like I don't want to keep.
Did you decide on that?
I need to move.
I know we kind of talked about it, and
for
should
my
I stay or should I go a few episodes back? And we haven't really touched base on it again.
Yeah, I think I need to. It's way too hard being here. And my 1099 should be good by like January. Okay. So hopefully I can
after the holidays.
Because I like officially started my real estate career in January. So I got my few closings that I'll claim. So I should be able to figure something out. Now it's just a matter of like keeping the house, if I can financially keep the house and rent it out, or if I have to sell it. But yeah, I need to.
Okay.
Little update for you guys.
We'll I know. It's I mean, I know it's hard, but it's like I'm happy that you've gotten some clarity on that, because I know you were stressing about it a little bit.
I don't think I'm gonna ever be able to
let go.
Yes. Yeah. I hate saying the word move on. I hate saying that because I don't want to move on.
Right.
But I can't continue life stuck in a rut. And I feel like this is a rut because he literally died in our bedroom.
Yes. So. It's hard.
So yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how the next few months go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm like looking around because I'm like, what else did Josh do that?
I don't know. It's hard going from like being, and you said that you were independent like during all that, but me personally, I was very like, you got it, babe. I don't want to do it. You got it. Like, I'll handle the kids, you handle the house shit, like, or whatever. And so the thought of it is like just exhausting, like having to do any of it. I'm just like, no. Yeah.
Well, and I think that's like my biggest struggle is, even though I did a lot, it's also like that added list of the things he did. So now it's like your workload doubles. And I mean, I don't know how you fucking do it, because you work, plus you manage a household, plus the kids, and you have little kids.
Barely. I barely manage it. I'm barely surviving, guys.
Here I am. I have like an 11-year-old who's almost 12, who's independent and can take care of herself. I don't work.
Yeah.
And I have a household to manage. But then it's also like, I don't know, like, you have a household to manage, but I'm like, fuck, I got 3 acres I got to worry about. And, it, not comparing.
My dog can come live with you. You have 3 acres.
No.
You need a third dog. You need a third dog.
No, I do not.
Come on, Katie.
No. It's funny because yesterday I was like, when the time comes and our dogs cross the rainbow bridge, do I get another dog? Because like I really do love them and the companionship of having a dog. And they have been, it's like they know when I'm having my days because they love on me and cuddle me, and the protection of them, because they are 100+ pound dogs and they are loud and protectors. But I'm just also like,
you can't go and do and whatever as much as you want.
And on top of that, freaking dog hair. That is my biggest pet peeve, is dog hair. And right before Josh passed away, he started letting the dogs in the bed. And when he was laying on the couch, he'd let them climb up on him and love on him. So it's like I get home, or I'll check like security cameras to see like what they're doing, and both of them are posted up on the couch. And I'm like, no wonder every time I sit down, I'm covered in freaking dog hair. So it's like now I'm having to vacuum the couches. They lay on my bed when I'm not there. What? Stop it. Oh. and it's shit like that makes my heart go, oh, but they're so cute.
When she's asleep, little devil.
Right. I know. You should see my front yard. One of them likes to freaking dig, and like,
Well,
I'm
at least
just
yours doesn't
over
jump the
it.
fence and go for
Well, I don't have
neighborhood
He has
runs.
to stay on a leash because he wants to hump every female dog around here. And I'm just like, and
I
it's
need to
not
get
even that
some.
I'm worried about him like running off and not coming home.
Oh, she
We live
finds
in
her
the
way
middle
back.
of nowhere, and my concern is he's not aggressive, but he's very loud, and people think of him as an aggressive dog. That I
Same,
don't
for
want
me.
someone to shoot him,
Yeah.
because of where we live. Like, people shoot stray dogs,
Mhm.
and it's just like, or
Mhm.
getting hit by a car, like
Yeah.
things like that drive me crazy. And
Like
so he
people in my
stays on a
neighborhood,
leash.
literally, they know because she jumps the fence every single day. And I mean, I have the kids. Like, I cannot chase you
Yeah,
every
just
single
run around.
day.
Yeah.
And so, like, we live right by the retention pond, and she goes, does her lap around. She'll go to the next street, go around, go down our street, and then comes back. And people literally will just bring her back now. She'll run, and they'll be in their car. All right, bye, Remy. I'm like, oh my God. Like, the HOA is gonna, like, find me.
Yeah. One, like, Josh always managed the dogs. Like,
This was Clayton's dog.
Yes. And
then our dog that we got together died. I'm like, a month after him.
Well, I know we had the same thing happen 3 weeks after Josh passed away. I had to put our old man down, and like, God, it freaking sucks. But they're finally getting to the point where like they listen to me, because like he was the alpha, he was the disciplinarian, he handled all of that. I was the fun mom. And so, like, I mean, it's taken a hot minute for them to realize, like, oh, we have to listen to her.
Yeah.
So
Seriously.
I don't know. It's a struggle that, there's so many little things that we don't think about, of everything they do and help with and manage, that we now have to.
Everything's on us. Everything's on us, no matter what.
I know.
And
anyway, I feel like that's kind of a quick, simple.
Yeah. Whether we delegate it or we do it ourselves, it's still on us, and it still sucks.
Yeah, I know. And it'll be like that for who knows how long. I mean, a hot minute, because.
Well, my son's only 4, so I got a long time before he can start.
Well, I don't even have a son. So.
Doing things around the house. Yeah. Sorry. Better put those pretty little Maddie hands to work.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, right. Baby girl she's all girl. So you can forget about. And I would say, I just thought about it, my biggest thing before we end the episode is the fucking snakes.
Katie, shut the fuck up.
Okay, Brittany, my Josh's best girlfriend.
Yeah, like, we had this conversation.
Yes,
we don't know.
Fuck with her. Okay, so.
And if you send me a fucking snake video, I'm blocking you, and we will only talk on podcasts.
So before he passed away, I never saw a snake. Zero, none, nada, zilch. So either he was killing them and just not telling me so I wouldn't freak the fuck out, or he's now haunting me and bringing snakes around, because since he's passed away, there have been 6 snakes that I've had to kill. 6. A lot of them have just been like little garter snakes, and I don't care. I don't care if it's a good snake or a bad snake. It's a dead snake. I don't fuck around with snakes. And every time I talk to Brittany and we have the conversation about fucking snakes, like, our phones listen to us, and you start.
Yeah, Katie, now I'm gonna get stupid shit on my phone. Like, I cry. Like, I will cry.
I know.
And like, people have phobias. That's my phobia.
Me too. My biggest fear is walking out my front door and a fucking snake falling. So literally.
No, you want to know my biggest fear is one being in my toilet. And we have that Buffalo land in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And so every single time I literally like I open this and I make sure I like wait, I flush it. I'm like, all right, now I can sit down. This is terrifying. Like we're in a little cabin.
I know. Well, and it's funny because this morning, first thing this morning or last night, I don't remember, but Caleb, he sends me a freaking TikTok, and it's this guy getting on his riding lawnmower, and as the little gear shift, a snake popped out and bit him. And I was like, are you fucking kidding? Because I need to mow the grass. You know, it hasn't been mowed for, I don't know, a month or two. And it's just like, there's those weird spots that are like grown, but then the dead spots are next to it. So it looks like shit. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Because I was planning. So he sent it to me last night. And I was like, I was going to mow the grass tomorrow. Guess what I'm not doing today? Mowing the fucking grass.
Like, you know what? You come mow my grass.
Yes. So I was like, I'm going to be sending a group chat out to the men around asking if anyone wants to volunteer.
Or at least come check out my mower.
Yes.
No.
Oh my God. I'm like, Caleb, why would you send me that?
I thankfully, by the grace of God, have never seen a snake at my house, and I live by a retention pond. Let me knock on. Like, sorry, Remy. But I have never seen one here, and I have never seen one in Buffalo. But Clayton was so big about us like wearing boots and stuff because you know they can get you, and so I'm like crazy about that with the kids.
Yeah.
And so I always wore them, but I was like constantly just staring at my feet, like it's terrifying.
Ugh. I know, and we have a huge, giant, huge Spanish oak tree in our front yard. Well, because it's been so dry lately and we haven't had any rain, it's been dropping leaves like crazy. Well, when the leaves die and they're on the ground, they're brown, and like everything blends in with them, and like copperheads are all I can think about. And so constantly, anytime I go to our trash cans, I'm like, I keep a stick and I'm always like moving it around.
I'd be so scared.
I'm so chicken shit. So chicken shit. But then I refuse to keep the trash cans near the house because I don't want the rodents that attract to the trash cans near the house when I'm out there, you know? Yeah. So you pick your battles.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't. That's just like a no-go for me.
No, it's so hard. And I never thought I'd get to the point where I'm like, I killed a snake today. Like, look at me go.
If I see one in my house, I'm legit moving in with my sister-in-law.
Burning the bitch down.
Y'all could have everything in it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your house now, Snake. You got it.
Enjoy my belongings. Make yourself at home.
Yeah, but I think that concludes this episode. Yeah. I don't think that. I don't even know, guys.
It was a story time, I think. I would consider it, sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, we love y'all and appreciate y'all. And
as always,
we will chat with y'all on the next one.
Bye.